All right, so we are back in the library, and I'm going to try to create the view info modal. So if we look at the view or the add book modal, it's a white modal, and then the edit modal is a white modal. We can say we're done with the books, and then we can revert the books that we're not done with. So I'm going to say we finished the Sorcerer's Stone. And the API generate we also added in here, but there's no actions currently for it. Let me see what the padding would look like. 2 M's. I think it's good like that. Something else that I want to check. I want to check .book author. No, this is not what I want to check. Okay, here it is. So for some reason, this one just looks a little bit smaller than the other two. It doesn't look like the width is as big. So I'm going to take all of this from the information container, put it in here. Let me see if it changes it. It does not actually. Doesn't look like it changed it very much. Well, moreover, I think there's something a little bit more important than that. Why doesn't this zoom back out? Oh, buddy. I hate when that happens. Okay. I don't even know what I had opened. So yeah, for some reason this isn't, I think it's probably because the container holding them is not tall enough. So yeah, now it's doing that. There we go. One thing I want to see. Okay, that's good. And then now it's actually the same height as the other ones. So one thing I wanted to see was if we could test out the app with some different background colors. And I don't love the background color we're using right now. I mean, black doesn't look terrible, but I want something that really looks good, you know? Like if we go here to my site real quick, go down to my project of tech trivia. This has like such a good, I don't know, it just has such a good feel to it. Like so does that, and like so does that. I don't want to just add something really boring. I want to like add something that's like has some color to it, you know? So maybe gradients, CSS, gradient. Maybe we look into a CSS gradient real quick. And this video won't be too long, so I'm gonna have to get done what I can get done. Let's see what this one looks like. On the book collector app. And then of course, one thing we could actually do as well is that since the body can add it to the body, right? Will that work? If we did that on the body, it will work. Nice. So yeah, I'm thinking that it needs something a little bit more, I don't know, something different. That even looks a little bit better than what we had before, in my opinion. It's just that the black is really, I don't know, it doesn't really, I like the minimal look of the black, and I love like my blacks and my whites in my design. But a lot of these apps just, they feel alive, like they feel really vibrant, like it'll bring your eyes to the app. Even though I love minimal design, I really want to bring eyes to the app. And I feel like if I just use really boring colors, like black and white isn't boring per se, but I don't know, I feel like there's just more, I don't know, like colors that I can use. Ah, dang it. CSS gradients. I thought there was a site that just gave a bunch of gradients. So there's that. There's like a site that I found that just gave so many gradients, and I just don't remember the site's name. Oh man, it's gonna bother me, the fact that I can't find it. Is there presets? I say for now, maybe just use this preset. The problem is that there's just a lot of blues in here. So it kind of kills some of the blues and doesn't mix well with some of the greens. One thing I could do is just say background white, but then my notes kind of just disappear, and I don't like that, because even if they were all green, I don't know, that doesn't look terrible. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be the best for, like, I don't think I can use white on this project anymore. What if I say light blue? I like light blue. Like, light blue looks pretty okay. But then this API generate color would have to change. So this would have to be like light slate gray. Nah, that doesn't go well. What's this color right here? Let's see. So this is this color right here. And I still feel like that doesn't mix the best. It looks like it's blending in, and I don't want it to look like it's blending in. So let's say something like a light yellow is there. The only problem is that light yellow there is like white. Yeah, it's like a white color. We used light green. We used the light coral. Light sky blue is gonna blend in as well. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I need like a light pink maybe, but that looks kind of like the coral. That's the problem. So I need like a green. No, I used green. Oh man, why isn't there more light colors? And then I can't use steel blue. What about slate gray? I tried that, didn't I? Because then I kind of want this to be light slate gray, but I don't know that that's gonna look great. What if I start from something that I don't really have? Start from something that I don't really have. Did I try that already? I did. So I can start from yellow and then go more into the yellow. Yeah, that's the thing. Yellow doesn't blend well with white no matter what. It just doesn't. And then pink is already that. Orange is already that. Sea green is already that. Blue is the background. And then gray and gray, there's no difference between those two. I need like a purple. Yeah, I need like a purple, but for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the revert mole BTN, match it. I don't know how I feel about that. It kind of just took the the life away from. I like that sky blue a lot though. So maybe I use that sky blue for now. Where is that? So that's a light blue, light coral, and that's a light slate gray. So maybe I go with a more white. I think I like that a little bit. I think also I can look for a better icon. So let me go for some free icons. I kind of I can get around that library. Let's see. Maybe even put in books. Does it have blacks in it? Not really. This is a little bit hard to see as well, which I don't love. The text is black. See books. But I want it to kind of look like an app. And I don't know, the background color of black was just so, I don't know, harsh. I like this one. This one's okay. Kind of blue, so it kind of goes with it. Let's try this one real quick. And I know I could probably use the terminal to do the same thing, but sometimes it's just easier for me to do this. We're going to go to open book and put that here. So we're going to go to index, and then we are going to go to image, open book, PNG. Ah, shoot, that's changing the favicon. I didn't even read that right here. Open book. Okay. I don't hate it. The only thing is now library is pretty hard to see. So I think one thing that I can do is give the H1 library logo text. We can say box shadow. Does this work for box shadow? I don't think it does. Box shadow has a different type of thing. What if I make it a more grayish? Oh, that does not look good. Okay. Yeah, that blends in even more. Light. Oh, shoot. Say color. Light sky blue. Oh, that doesn't look great either. We'll keep it at white for now. And then we'll try to do something. The problem is I don't want it blending in too hard with this. But then I also don't want it kind of destroying what I have going on this API generate button. So I think we can keep it like this for now. I think this looks pretty decent. One thing that I do want to do though, oddly enough, is make this bigger. So font size 1.2 rem. That's going to make it bigger. And I feel like my whole app is like bigger. And then like these, like this is just really small. So we'll do that. Library logo. Let's give it a bigger height. Margin inline. Let me just do something radical. So it's moving that way. So probably like 4, 3. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now it kind of feels like everything goes. We have our modal, our edit modal, our done, which I might go with a lighter done. So what I'm going to do here is say color, light. Whoa, is it light green? more gentle green. I need to see what that green looks like. Yeah, I need a more gentle, pulling more into the whites. No, that's like more of a matcha green. So I need to start at the light green. And then I need to go more this way. No. I need to go more like up into like a pale green. And then we can go back to color white. And then we can go here to our color, our default parameter, and see if that will do it for us. Reload, of course. Now if we revert and go back, oh, it has to be the string. Oh no, I don't think it should include that. Okay, I don't love it, I'll be honest. I don't. It's too like pale. It doesn't have any green left in it. It looks like a dying plant. Okay, we'll do that instead. All right, I think that's good for now with the CSS aspect of it. We'll work with that a little bit more. And then of course we can delete, but we don't want to delete any of these. Let's work on a modal. So first I kind of need some inspiration. Some modal designs. I think we could close this in tech trivia. Well, let me get some questions wrong real quick. Ah, shoot. Oh no, why am I getting it right? Oh my gosh, am I really gonna pass it? Okay, there we go. I don't want to pass it. I don't think I can lose anymore. Yeah, I can't lose, I don't think. I can. It's a really basic modal. Very, very basic. One thing I can do as well is the selection color. I kind of forgot about that. So if I go here, typography, funny, I didn't even do anything in there. Background color, they like light blue, color white. So that looks a little bit weird. I can't even lie. But I guess it lets the user know that, hey, you're hovering over something. How does it look without it? I want to go lighter though. Okay. Forgot to add that, but yeah, I can add that. That's cool. Of course, that's gonna click edit. So let's create our view info modal. And I still feel like API generate is a little bit too small now. So one thing I can do is, could I give it a higher height? Background color, like coral, height 5ph, 10, 20, 23, 22, 21, 22, 23. Nah, I don't like, I'm not messing with that. I like them being relatively closer. What did I search up? Modal designs. And we'll go on Dribbble. Let's see. see what modals we can look through here. You've been added to the team. And my modals, right, they're black. Yeah, they're black text, white background. Yep. Okay, let's see here. No, none of these are anything that I could really use. None of those either. Time is it? Oh my gosh, I wasted so much time just doing some basic CSS. Okay, let's just start building the modal. We're gonna build it up here. This is our edit book modal. Dot stats modal. Edit book modal content dot stats modal content. And what is it that we want to display in here? I think for that I need to go to the Odin project.com. Oh no, the Odin project library app. And let's go to some submissions here. I don't want to view their code. So the books that we have currently, and then the completed books. Okay. So I think this can be text, right? So like in P with an ID of books, we can say dot books complete and then hashtag books complete, and we can say books. We'll just put books in there for now. So we have books complete, and then we have another one with an ID of books added, or the books count dot books count. So now that's books, and this is completed books. And then I could even say, here, so P, and then I can say, oh, that kind of threw me off because ID was first on that one. Total pages. So let me say total pages. What's something else that we can calculate here? We can, because we'd have to build in this feature before we did that, and I just want to build a modal for now. So we'll just build this modal for now, and we'll say total pages. So now this is the stats modal. Go down here. I forgot. I'm not even talking. Just over here building. Oh, buddy. All right. We can do that. What? How big is our other modal though? How big is our ad book modal? But our ad book modal is too big. I don't think this needs to be as big as that one. Of course, radius of 2 ems. And then we have our stats modal content with the background color of light blue. Height 100% because it's going to take up that entire thing. Border radius is going to be 2em. Display flex direction column, and then we're going to say justify content center, align items center. Did he align items center? He didn't. So maybe we say align item center, and then we can say text. Is it text direction? Font. Text align left. Is it right? I think once we justify, no, yeah, because once we align the items to the right, it'll go to the right. Let me go see what that noise was. All right. We are good. So maybe we can do something like with 10%. I haven't written CSS in such a long time, dude. So it's like, yeah, this is definitely a weird way to do it, but because now when we grow and shrink, how is that going to look on a mobile device though? Oh, well, we don't have to do that. We're already in mobile view. See what that looks like on iPhone 5. Min width 120, 210, 300, 280, 250. And then it should get bigger on the bigger screens, right? Nope. But isn't the min width? No. So let's do a fixed width of like 300. I think 300 is decent. Max width obviously didn't use that right. Let's see what he did here as well. Hold on. I just realized each one of these is probably going to have to be its own div. So we're going to say dot book count container, and then the book count container key of books, and then we're going to have to grab this book count container. Dot book count container is going to be a display flex, justify content, not going to be flex end, space around, no space between padding and M. Background color, light coral. Holding how many books we have read. So now our completed books container. So book complete container. So now this is going to hold this. Book complete container. Dot book complete container. And just copy and paste this right here. And this is going to have the first key of completed books. This is going to be just a number. So right now we have 3 books and 1 is completed. So we'll just do that for the sake of that book complete container. Did it added the CSS? Ooh, because that is a very long, yeah, that's a longer thing. So we need to go to our width here, set it to 80%. All right, I'm back. So I think the width can stay at like 100 because that's just 100% of the container it's contained in. So information that is inside of the modal of the stats modal. This needs to come down. Needs to come down. This is the container holding how many books we have completed. And then we have our total pages, which our total pages don't really matter, honestly, unless we can change the pages, but I guess we can add that later on. So div, oh no, just dot book total pages. Guess we can add that in later. And does he have, no, he doesn't have that. Not that I'm necessarily need to copy his, but it's just a reference. So booked total pages container dot book total pages container. You know what? Why does every one of them need their own This is so repetitive. Hold on. We can just say book container columns. Add this code. That's so repetitive. Code for all of the for all of the columns inside of our stats modal book container columns. That's so repetitive. I just realized that's way too repetitive. Okay. We can say just add another class. So now all three of these just have this class. Now we can take off like Coral. Ooh, what's happening? And say font size 1.2 rems, 1.1 rems, 1.1 rems. And then at the top, we can say, can be an H3 called information. We can just say class of info. I already used that, didn't I? Info text. We can say dot info text and say by content center, line item center. Text font. How do I change the direction of the text? Text align, that's what it's called. And then of course we do want it to be bold. What if I add a BR under all of these, right? So like a BR or yeah, like a BR, but with a class of line break. And then we say dot color, or we can say border 1 pixel solid gray. Color gray. No. Is it an HR? Ooh, that added something very tiny. What the heck? That's funny. The background color. Border 1 pixel solid gray. Okay, that's weird. One thing that I'm noticing about these is that they're very far apart. They are very far apart. I think that I can kind of adding inline can be 1M. Or at that rate, I can just say padding on everything. So 0.5 m's on the top, 1m on the right, 0.5 on the top, 1m right. Then we can just do this. Okay, and then the information, this line break isn't even working. Take this off, I guess. Let me see, BR border is going to be 1 pixel solid black. What about the HR? Yeah, that's, oh, maybe I need the width, 1 pixel solid with 80%. Horizontal rule. I think it is this then. Yeah, horizontal rule. So yeah, I want to add a horizontal rule in between each of these actually. And then here, is that good? Maybe. Because I want them to differentiate, right? Or maybe does it just need it for the top? Black, info text, font size 1.1 rem. So it has to be bigger. I actually kind of liked the big text. Let me see. Okay. Is the color white? Does that have bad contrast? It does. Unless that modal gets darker. The contrast just isn't great. What did he use? He used white. What's the API generate color? Well, she just dropped something. Light sky blue. Light sky blue. Is that the color? Yeah, that is the color. Now I will be right back. All right. So something just fell in my house, so I had to make sure it was all good. I think we're good. So the horizontal line break is white. Um, we can have the colors, the content in here, right? White. Yep, we can. But I don't know. I feel like it'd look maybe better gray. What's like a soft gray? Soft gray colors for UI UX design. I could even go, I don't like, hold on. Go to my website again. What did I use? Oh, I used like a blue. What color did I use though? Let's see how that looks. Oh, no, 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 I can't use that because it's not a white background. Okay. Let's see. I don't think it looks bad, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if that's good UI UX design. That might not be the best practice for UI UX. And I kind of think this color might go a little bit better. Oh, oh my gosh, it's the demonic color. It's that 6666. How many sixes? Is it six sixes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. That's what we're gonna try to use. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that doesn't look great either. What if we just use black? I don't know that black looks great either. But I think black might look a little bit better. I'm gonna go with white and then I'll get some advice on it. Because that might be hard to see for some people. Like, I don't think it's that hard to see for me, but for other people it might be. So, stats modal, we're going to say position absolute. So, I think it's like right 50%. Is it left 50%? Right, left, top. Ah, shoot. Top 50%, bottom 50%, margin, auto. I forget what it is. Let me go here, and I could even make a class for that. Yeah, I can even make a class for that. Yeah, I can use a class for that so I don't have to rewrite so much CSS. Let's see here. Oh, it's 0. Because that's repeated so many times. So I might make a class for that and say like call it like center modal. Oh, what the heck? Hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. But the Z index, of course, I want it to come to the top. Let's see. We can just do it this way. It's probably going to be a lot easier. So absolute top, left, bottom, right. Top, left, bottom, right. I don't know why it did that. No, it's not that modal. Where's that code now? Absolute here. position, absolute. Oh, and then now it's just doing that because the height isn't like a good height. The width, no, because we're doing it in the content as well. Just realized that's the content. Got to do it in the stats modal. Absolute. And I love how it just puts it right in the middle. Top 0, right 0, bottom 0, left 0, margin auto. Okay. Yeah. So we have our height. I think our height is good. Min width. So small. Yeah, I needed a little bit more size. Now they're talking out there. This video's some buns right now. It's fine. Where's the BR, HR? This video is seriously some buns. But the problem with this that I'm having is that this is like not gonna be capable for mobile. Yeah, this isn't gonna look great on mobile at all. So what I need to do here, I need to use percentages. Stats modal content. Stats modal. Height needs to be about percent. Width needs to be a percent. So now if we switch into mobile view, these are percentages. So it'll adapt correctly. Oof, hold on. Might need it to be a little bit taller. A little bit wider. That just looks really ridiculously big on that screen. And like the bigger the screen gets, the more ridiculous it's gonna look. That's the reason. That's the only problem here. So maybe the content needs to change from a background height of 50% of that container and 50% of that width. And then display flex, justify content center, align items center. I've used that code so many times too. There's a lot of repeat code in here. Okay, let me see how that looks on a mobile phone. Yeah, that's not even good. Okay, let's see. 50. I think that's the best I'm going to get on mobile though. Let me see something real quick again. Because now it's going to be messed up on iPhone, right? Yeah. Like really small phones. Okay. We have our total pages, our books. I don't know. There's something here that I'm just like, not a fan of. but let's add our close button. Book. Um, stats modal close btn. Stats modal close btn. Gonna be a button. I'm gonna say close, and then class can be, oh, I can't use the same class, right? I think I can use the same CSS class, but it's gonna have JavaScript functionality there, and that's not what we want. Because if we give it the class of revert btn, then it'll take up different actions, is what I'm thinking. So where is it? Nope. How did I lose that? Okay. Revert button. Yeah, no, I can't, because now it's going to have JavaScript actions, right? When we move it into the DOM. I don't know. I don't want to risk it. Stats modal btn. And then I can give it the same thing as this, so that it'll fall in there correctly. And then we can go down here and go to stats modal btn, border none, background color white, padding 1M. That's too much. 2.4 M's. Border radius 2 M's, of course. Maybe 1 M. Width 100 pixels. I could make it one of those buttons that span all the way across. Yeah, I could make it one of those buttons. Gets smaller, and then it gets bigger. Where's my, oh, they're all under this modal. Okay, I think I like that. And then one thing I could also do is say the margin top. You can say it's like 80 pixels. No, you know, I'll keep all of that in there like that. Now we have a close button. And of course we want to say cursor of pointer. And now there's a lot of connecting that we have to do to it. So by default, we want it to be hidden. So first of all, let's go ahead and say what's in here. First we use on the page. Stats modal close inside of the information modal. Yeah, okay. That's good. Oh, I like the other one better. Dang. Okay, I think it changed it. I like this. even though I don't know if that's hard to see. That might be not contrasty enough. Yeah, it might be just too hard to see. Okay. So yeah, I feel like I need to, if I'm gonna use more whites, I need to also use more darker colors, not pastel colors. But I don't know, it's like the kind of childlike look to it that I really like. I really do like it. So let's just go up. Oh, that goes into go down. Side. Okay, let's reset this real quick. Light sky blue. I like the start. I just need to move it this way more for my liking. Okay, I'm gonna stick to that now. And there's so many classes in here. That's like a restart of a different class. Yeah, there's so much like code that is just like so much code in here that's just like copy code that we can take out. I'll probably have to spend some more time doing that. So let's hide it by default. So let's do that. Where is it? Where's that code to hide it by default? Somewhere in here. Invisible by default. I should just make that its own thing though, and then just add that class. Modal invisible default. And then this can just get added to the modal, and then it's invisible by default now. And then I don't have to like repeat all of the code. So I'm gonna put that up here. Too much copy code in the CSS file. Check to see all of the code that you have written more than once and make it one CSS class and apply that class to the DOM. Be careful not to change classes that are currently being grabbed by the JavaScript app file. So we can make it open real quick too, right? I think I have a little bit of time to make it open. What time is it? Actually, we're gonna call it quits. So we made a little bit of progress here. One thing that we're gonna do is we are going to replace a lot of our copy code. So that is our modal. And then when we're in our full screen, that is what it'll look like. I don't love how much of the screen is taking up. We might play with the width a little bit. I don't love the width in the full screen mode, but oh shoot. I don't love the width in the full screen mode. So we'll see, because it looks good right there. Maybe we add a, okay, maybe we add a max. So we can say, grab it, do it by percentage, but the max width should still be 300 pixels. No, that's not going to work. So the min width So the width is 50, but the max width is 10. 320 pixels is the maximum it's allowed to go to. So it'll keep its responsiveness, I think. Now it'll keep getting smaller, but it'll stop right there. So that's an easy solution. Pretty easy solution here. I think the max I want it to go to is like 650, even if we're like at full screen. Oh, that wasn't even 650. Still, it looks a lot better. Still looks a lot better. So we'll put a note and we'll say, play around with this max width. Play around with this max width. Because I like that width that's like right here. Whatever width this is, it looks good. I think that's that's pretty good too. Okay, so some stuff done here. We got that going for us. I think I can hide it now by default. And when we come back, we will keep on working with this done button or this done color div. We'll leave it like that for now. So when we click, it'll open the view info modal and it'll tell us more information. Like it'll tell us how many what the amount of pages these add up to. It'll tell us how many books we've started, and it'll also tell us I forgot what else it was supposed to tell us. What else was it supposed to tell us? And how many of them we've completed. Sorry. So I think that is it. We were just doing CSS in this video. Didn't really do any JavaScript, but I'll be back.